Princess Leonor breaks tradition. Spain left speechless. Spain expected silence. The palace expected obedience. But Princess Leonor did the opposite. She broke tradition. And Spain was left speechless. The air inside Zarzuela Palace that morning felt heavy, as though the walls themselves knew something extraordinary was about to happen. Princess Leonor entered the council chamber with quiet confidence, her military uniform pressed, her steps measured. She wasn't here to observe, she was here to speak. From the very first words, she disrupted expectations. She thanked the council members for their service, but then she shifted the room's energy. She spoke of change. She spoke of her generation. She spoke of a monarchy that must evolve or risk fading into irrelevance. The silence was electric. Spain has always loved its traditions, the pomp, the rituals, the careful choreography of royal life. But Leonor was proposing something almost unthinkable, a monarchy that listens, responds, and shows vulnerability. She said that being the future queen was not just about wearing a crown. It was about responsibility, empathy, and courage. And she demanded that the monarchy open its doors to the people in a way it had never done before. Imagine the scene. Seasoned palace officials, trained to uphold centuries of protocol, sitting across from a 19-year-old heir who calmly tells them that the old ways are no longer enough. Some officials exchanged glances. Others shifted uncomfortably. And then, the questions began. What exactly did Leonor mean by transparency? Would she be willing to speak publicly about royal decisions? Would she expose herself to criticism? Her answer stunned them. Yes. She told them she was prepared to take questions directly from Spanish citizens in live events, to stand before cameras and answer without scripts or rehearsed lines. She insisted that trust had to be earned, not demanded. This was more than a statement, it was a revolution, quiet but unmistakable. Word of this meeting spread quickly through the palace corridors. Staff whispered about how the future queen had just redrawn the lines of royal duty. Some worried about backlash. Others were thrilled, calling it the dawn of a new monarchy. This is where the story takes an even more dramatic turn. Within days, Leonor organized her first public forum, inviting young Spaniards to the palace grounds. It had never been done before. Security teams scrambled, press officials worked overtime, but Leonor insisted it go forward exactly as planned. When the day came, the gates opened. Students and young professionals walked through halls that had once been reserved only for heads of state. The cameras captured every moment. Leonor stood before them, not on a gilded dais but on the same level as her guests. She smiled, thanked them for coming, and told them that Spain's future depended on trust between the crown and the people. Then she did something extraordinary. She invited the first question. The room went silent. A student stood, nervous, and asked if the monarchy would apologize for past scandals. This was the moment everyone held their breath for. Leonor nodded, took a deep breath, and acknowledged that mistakes had been made, that the monarchy had learned from them, and that she was committed to doing better. The room erupted in applause. The footage was broadcast across Spain that night. Millions watched as their future queen answered questions with honesty, grace, and humility. This one moment shifted public opinion. Polls in the following days showed a surge in support for the monarchy among young Spaniards. Social media exploded with praise, calling her the queen of the future today. But not everyone was pleased. Within the palace, there were murmurs of concern. Some feared she had gone too far, that too much openness could invite criticism and weaken the institution. Leonor, however, was unmoved. She reminded them that strength comes from facing challenges, not hiding from them. This was not the only tradition she broke. In the weeks that followed, she refused certain ceremonial protocols that kept her distant from the public. She walked among crowds, shook hands, and spoke to people without royal aides filtering her words. For Spain, it was breathtaking to watch. Commentators on television debated whether this was risky or brilliant. Historians compared her actions to Queen Letitia's own push for modernization years earlier, saying Leonor was taking it even further. And with each appearance, her popularity grew. This is where the curiosity deepens. What will she do next? Will she transform the monarchy completely? Or will the palace eventually rein her in? Every move is now being watched. Every word analyzed. Yet Leonor seems calm. She continues her military training, her studies, and her royal duties, but with a renewed sense of purpose. She has shown Spain that she is not afraid to lead, not afraid to speak, and not afraid to change the rules if it means saving the monarchy for the next generation. Her courage has inspired young people to care about the crown again. Parents are telling their children about her. International media are calling her one of the most promising future monarchs in Europe. This is why Spain was left speechless. They are witnessing history being written in real time. And the story is far from over. Will her reforms succeed? Will the monarchy become more transparent, more human, more connected to its people? Or will she face resistance that threatens to undo her vision? What is certain is that Leonor has set a new standard, one that no future monarch can ignore. Spain is watching. The world is watching. And somewhere inside Zarzuela Palace, the echoes of her words still linger, a reminder that the crown's future has already begun. Princess Leonor has broken tradition. And Spain will never be the same.